If you're thinking about grad school, you're probably thinking about how much it's going to cost. I'm Jenny Stanley Shanks, and I'm going to help you make sense of tuition and fees at VCU in the College of Engineering. The reason why there's no one good answer for how much tuition is because the details matter. Individual students matter. One of the things you can think about is your time to degree. How many credits does your degree program require? And how many semesters will you use to take those credits? You're going to make a plan and you're going to pick a pace. And as long as it works for you, it'll work for us. Two of the big things that are going to affect how much you pay for grad school are your course load and your residency. Course load is full time or part time. Full time is 9 to 15 credits. And what that means is you're billed a flat rate. So if you take 9 credits, you get billed one rate. If you take 12 credits, you get billed that same rate. It's a flat rate within the full time category. Part time is 8 credits or less. And that means you just get billed at a per credit rate for the number you take. Straightforward. Residency is about where you live. If you live in Virginia, you're in state. If you live anywhere else on the earth, you're out of state. The great news is that at VCU, we have a program called GEIP, you may have heard of. It's the Graduate Education Innovation Program. And all it is a very affordable way for out of state students to get graduate education here at VCU in some of our amazing programs. If you're part time, your plan is pretty straightforward. You pick the number of credits and you get charged it and you move on. If you're full time, you might want to think about what your priorities are for education. And these are some of the ones that our students have expressed to us in the past. So, one of these is speed. If you want to get in, get out, be done, you might want to take 2 full-time semesters at 15 credits each. That is a pretty heavy course load, but it is quick and it will save you money. If you want to be able to focus more on your study, you're going to look at the second option here. And that's going to be 3 full-time semesters. So 9 credits, 12 credits, 9 credits, in whichever order, but basically 3 full-time semesters so that you have a little more time to work with your faculty and make sure that you're taking the time to learn that you need. If you're looking for something of a balance between the two, you could do this last option. So this is 2 full-time semesters at 12 credits each, and then a third semester that's part time at 6 credits, because you can do that. You can switch back and forth between full time and part time if it works for you. Once you have your plan ready, you're finally ready to go to our tuition calculator. And this is where people get confused, but we're going to talk through it. If you haven't been there before, you can use the QR code at the top of this slide, or you can just do a web search for VCU tuition calculator. But either way, you want to make sure that you're looking at this post undergraduate calculator. There's a few things here that you want to make sure you're talking about. So you want to make sure you're looking at the right semester. You want to make sure you've selected the right program. And then when we talked about residency and enrollment, you want to make sure you have those correct for your details. Because like we said, details matter. Once you click submit, you're going to get a couple of examples back, depending on what your choices were. In the full-time example, if you click full-time under enrollment, you're going to get that flat rate we talked about for 9 to 15 credits. And you'll be able to multiply that by the number of semesters you'll be here to get a good idea. I will say every year, tuition does have the potential of change. So make sure you go back and you put the correct semester that you're looking for in to see if there's been any changes. In the part-time example, you're going to get that per credit rate. So you'll take that rate, you'll add it up, and you'll multiply it by the number of credits you're going to take. You may still have questions, and that's fine. But make sure to use this website. It's a great tool. It also has information on cost of living and healthcare costs, and it's just a really good resource. But if you still have some more questions, please reach out to us. We're here at gradengr@vcu.edu, and we can't wait to see you at the College of Engineering for graduate study.